Hey, welcome. Today, we're diving into a pretty radical idea from Alina Chamberlain's She Who Awakens. We're going to completely reframe what it means to be a woman without a romantic partner. So let's just get right to the heart of it with a big question. Is that time in your life without a partner just a pause? A waiting game? Or could it be something else entirely? A period of incredible power? And boom, this quote from the source gives us the answer right away. Chamberlain says this time is not a waiting room at all. Instead, it's a unique opportunity, what she calls a period of gathering power. And that one idea, that's what we're going to completely unpack today. Okay, first things first. We have to tackle what the author calls the waiting room myth. It's this persistent social belief that so many of us have internalized, and honestly, it's time to take it apart. So, let's ask, where does your energy actually come from? The old social myth tells us that your sexual energy kind of needs a man to even exist. But the source we're looking at completely flips that on its head. It argues that your source is autonomous. It's all your own. A man can be a witness to it, for sure, but he is not the source. And believing that old myth, well, that can lead to what Chamberlain calls a catastrophic mistake. And that is deliberately freezing your pelvis, suppressing your own arousal, while you just wait for the right one to appear. The book actually warns that this can lead to real physical issues, like rigid tissues and even an impoverished hormonal baseline. Okay, so if the waiting room idea is out, then what's in? Well, this is where it gets really good. We're moving to a whole new paradigm, gathering your power, and learning to see this period as a profound opportunity. And right at the very core of this new way of thinking is a concept called sexuality for the self. So what is it? It's described as the highest form of self-acceptance. It's a private space, just for you, where there's no need to perform or pretend for anyone. And what grows from that? A deep, authentic confidence, because you're becoming the expert on you. I love this metaphor the author uses of an internal reactor. The idea is that through solo arousal, you keep this reactor online. You keep it in working order. This isn't about waiting at all. It's about actively maintaining your own vibrancy. It's about, as the text so brilliantly puts it, remaining succulent for yourself. So we've talked about the big idea, the theory. But how do you actually do it? Let's get into the inner work, or what the source calls the practice of self. The very first step is all about prep work. The idea is to clear the channel, to get your nervous system ready to really conduct pleasure. This means releasing any stagnant energy and the echoes, let's call them, of past relationships that might still be lingering in your body's cellular memory. And the source gives us this beautiful, totally actionable ritual called a date with the goddess. It's got 3 steps. First, the ritual of recognition. You stand in front of a mirror and you find 10 details about your body that fascinate you. Next, inward breathing. You lie down and breathe deep into your lower abdomen, imagining each inhale is like a gentle caress. And finally, the invitation to purity. As you exhale, you visualize any of that old stagnant energy just leaving your body. And just so you know, this inner work is not just some abstract mental exercise. Oh no, it has real, tangible benefits. So let's talk about the rewards of resonance. This part is just fascinating. The text breaks down 3 key areas of nourishment that come from within. First, there's biological nourishment. It helps maintain healthy estrogen, which is great for your skin density and bone strength. Then, emotional nourishment. It generates dopamine and oxytocin, our natural feel-good chemicals that genuinely protect against loneliness. And get this, it even connects to ancient Taoist wisdom, which compares unused sexual energy to stagnant water that can lead to premature aging. And this quote just brilliantly sums up the ultimate result. By providing this for yourself, you become your own ideal lover. Your body feels loved and cared for from the inside out, which completely reduces that desperate search for the feeling from someone else. And all of this builds to the final stage of this journey, freedom and wholeness. This is where all that inner work starts to create a massive shift on the outside. I mean, think about it. When you become the primary source of your own warmth and validation, the entire dynamic of relationships changes. You stop operating from a place of need, and you start moving into a state of what the author calls true resonance. This table lays out the transformation so clearly. Look at the old way. The motivation is often fear of loneliness. The selection basis is some kind of social checklist, and the outcome? Needing a life raft. But in the new way, your motivation is the fullness of your own life. You choose based on a deep biological resonance, that gut feeling, you know? And the outcome isn't about being saved, it's about co-authoring happiness. That is the ultimate luxury of choice. So, here's the crucial point, the main takeaway. This entire journey is about dismantling that myth that you are a half searching for someone else to complete you. The truth, according to the source, is that you are already a whole. And that leaves us with one final, powerful question to really sit with. What would change in your life, in your choices, your confidence, your happiness, if you truly, deeply saw yourself as the primary source of your own warmth?